The world is awash in debt. From individuals taking out loans for homes and cars to corporations financing expansions, debt has become an integral part of modern economies. Governments, too, are major borrowers, using debt to fund public services and stimulate growth. The sheer scale of global debt is staggering, reaching unprecedented levels in recent years. This raises a critical question: what would happen if, by some miracle, all global debt vanished overnight? While the idea of a debt-free world may sound appealing at first glance, the reality is far more complex. The global financial system is intricately interconnected, and debt plays a crucial role in its functioning. Eliminating all debt would not simply wipe the slate clean, it would trigger a series of profound and potentially destabilizing consequences. To understand why, we must first delve into the nature of debt and its role in the global economy. Government debt, in particular, plays a unique role in financial markets. Unlike corporations or individuals, governments have the power to tax and print money, making them appear as less risky borrowers. This perceived safety makes government bonds attractive to investors seeking stable, low-risk investments. Pension funds, insurance companies, and even foreign governments rely on government bonds to preserve capital and generate modest returns. The assumption of safety associated with government debt underpins the entire financial system. It provides a benchmark against which other investments are measured. If government debt were to disappear, investors would lose this crucial benchmark. This could lead to uncertainty and volatility in financial markets as investors struggle to assess risk and price assets appropriately. Interest rates, the cost of borrowing money, are another area where eliminating global debt could have significant implications. Interest rates are influenced by a multitude of factors, including the supply and demand for credit. With all debts repaid, the supply of credit would skyrocket, potentially driving interest rates down to near zero or even negative levels. While lower interest rates might seem beneficial at first, encouraging borrowing and investment, they can have unintended consequences. Extremely low or negative interest rates can disincentivize saving, as individuals see little return on their deposits. This could lead to a decline in savings rates, potentially hindering long-term economic growth. One of the most significant risks associated with eliminating global debt is the potential for runaway inflation. When all debts are repaid, a massive amount of money that was previously tied up in debt obligations would flood the economy. This sudden surge in money supply without a corresponding increase in the production of goods and services could lead to a rapid rise in prices. Imagine a world where everyone suddenly has significantly more money to spend. With more money chasing the same amount of goods and services, prices would inevitably rise. This could erode purchasing power, making it more expensive for individuals and businesses to buy the things they need. Inflation, if left unchecked, can spiral out of control, leading to economic instability and hardship. Section 5. A shift in global power, from debtors to creditors. The current global economic order is characterized by a complex web of debt relationships between countries. Some countries, like the United States, are major debtors, while others, such as China and Japan, are significant creditors. Eliminating global debt would fundamentally alter these relationships, potentially leading to a shift in global power dynamics. Countries that are currently major creditors would lose their leverage over debtor nations. This could diminish their influence in international affairs. Conversely, debtor nations, freed from their debt obligations, might experience a surge in economic and geopolitical power. This sudden shift in the balance of power could create tensions and instability on the global stage. Section 6. The ripple effect, unforeseen consequences. The interconnected nature of the global economy means that eliminating all debt would have far-reaching and unpredictable consequences. Financial institutions, such as banks, rely on lending and borrowing to generate profits. Without debt, their business models would be fundamentally disrupted. This disruption could cascade throughout the financial system, potentially triggering a global recession. Moreover, the social contract between governments and their citizens, often underpinned by debt-financed social programs, could be strained. Without the ability to borrow, governments might struggle to fund essential services, leading to social unrest and instability. Section 7. A more nuanced approach, managing debt, not erasing it. While the idea of a debt-free world might seem appealing, The reality is that debt, when managed responsibly, plays a crucial role in economic growth and development. Rather than striving for the impossible goal of eliminating all debt, a more pragmatic approach focuses on managing debt levels and ensuring that borrowing is sustainable. This involves governments implementing sound fiscal policies, promoting financial literacy among individuals, and fostering a culture of responsible lending and borrowing. By addressing the root causes of excessive debt and promoting sustainable financial practices, we can mitigate the risks associated with debt while harnessing its potential to drive economic progress. Section 8. Conclusion. A debt-free utopia or a recipe for chaos? The notion of a world without debt is a tantalizing but ultimately flawed utopia. While excessive debt can undoubtedly have negative consequences, eliminating all debt would be akin to throwing the baby out with the bathwater. It would trigger a cascade of unintended consequences, potentially destabilizing the global economy and causing widespread hardship. Instead of chasing an impossible dream, we must focus on managing debt responsibly and ensuring that it serves its purpose as a tool for economic growth and development. By understanding the complexities of debt and its role in the global economy, we can strive for a future where debt is a catalyst for progress, not a harbinger of crisis.